Hey everyone, it is Mark and Kevin with What Elon Said. Today is March 14th, and we have a busy weekend to catch up on, and we're going to go through the likes of Elon's from this past weekend. He was pretty active on Twitter, and we'll just quickly go through these just to see what he's looking at and what he's liking. So first up here, we have Pranay Patel with a scaled diagram here of the Falcon 9 compared to some other big monuments in the world, Christ the Redeemer and the Statue of Liberty, and then a person to scale, and then also Falcon 1 here on the side to show you just the size difference. So it's a neat little graphic that he liked.
This is very cool. It's like, and that's not even their biggest one now compared to Starship, but it is amazing how big it is. He always likes to show it, and he likes it. He likes the comparisons.
Yeah, it's a good it's a good little graphic here.
Little graphic. All right, so here we have the Tesla Silicon Valley Club, always the favorite, is talking about Elon's famous quote of saying that there's just a small corner of Utah that could power all of the US, or is it Earth? The United States could run off of it.
Yeah.
And he says, I've been there. There isn't much there. So it's just funny. And he liked it because it's true and it's funny at the same time.
Yep. Reiterating his opinion about the power of solar.
Yes.
And he will keep banging that drum, I think, for as long as he lives. Okay, here we have a cool diagram here from Massimo of the body systems, all these different body systems of a person, both male and female. And wow, I mean, I think he's just marveling at the complexity of the human body, as well as just the simplicity and just the beauty of all of these systems working in uniformity to make us who we are. So pretty cool.
Yeah. It's amazing, like when you think about the layers that had to evolve that are all really just work independently of each other. It just blows you away. You don't think about it until you see this. Very cool.
Yeah, each one broken out. Pretty neat.
Here we have Tasmanian. They're saying that Tesla introduced a new car pickup service in Germany. So basically you show up and you just pick up your car. You don't have to wait for it. You don't have to wait for anyone to be there. They don't need the employees. I guess you just use your phone and it unlocks the car and you drive away. And apparently in Germany, there's only one color of Tesla, but that's okay.
I see some blues in there. I think they're just very enthusiastic about their muted colors.
Yes. But maybe this would be a model they'll introduce all over. It's just, self-service Tesla.
Yeah, I mean, what other company can do that, right? It's a added element of convenience. It's called apparently the Tesla Drop, but you get the app. You can control the car through the app, and if you bought a car and it's ready and you can't get there during operating hours, you can just swing by and pick it up outside of those hours.
Great, makes sense. He liked it, so not bad.
All right, we got another Tasmanian article here. SpaceX President Gwen Shotwell highlights the importance of Starlink in Ukraine. Quote, the best way to uphold democracies is to make sure we all understand what the truth is. I read this article. It's a great article. And I think I think this whole situation with Starlink and Ukraine is really fascinating and going to be looked back on as, I don't know, an important story within the overall situation.
Yeah, it's I see there are two technologies being used in this war that are being used in a different way, and they're sort of underground technologies in a way. I mean, this is very multi-million-dollar technology, but the Starlink is a workaround, like sort of the rebels of Star Wars are using certain things to defeat the dark side and the Empire. And also the Turkish drones are fascinating how they are. It's like this
Mm.
little lower cost retrofitted drone is doing wonders for them to be able to sneak up and attack and spy on the Russian army. So they have new technologies, new ways of fighting that are working to their advantage against a lumbering large force.
Yeah. I think it just speaks to Elon's opinion about free speech and truth in general, and understanding that in order to get to the truth, we must continue to be able to communicate so that we can take in all angles and really critically think about situations. And
that's right. That's right.
it's essential that this infrastructure remain up. Okay, we have a
yes.
Yeah, go ahead.
So Eva Fox, really interesting that Tesla insurance, which has been talked about a little in the past, but it's coming out that it really is a threat to traditional insurers, at least for Tesla cars. That by Tesla knowing how well of a driver you are, the cost of insurance to Tesla can be anywhere from 10 to 40% less than regular insurance, because they know how well you drive and really can tell if you're a risk. So it is a true reflection of what type of driver you are. Just fascinating how that will evolve and reward those who drive well.
Yeah. And I think it's not just because of Tesla's development in this area, but as cars continue to get smarter, the analytics will be provided to those car companies, collecting that data that will then probably replicate Tesla's move to start an insurance division of their business. And
yes.
As other companies start doing that, that's really going to disrupt traditional insurers and threaten them.
Yes.
So that's the point of that article. Good article. We'll link all those in the description to this video. Next up, we have the mariachi band again, celebrating the 20th anniversary of SpaceX, which was today. So lots of good content about that out there on Twitter.
Yes.
This was about the Falcon and Crow War. Geez, I realized I referred to that in our last video, but didn't touch on it because it was in the like section. But did you read about this?
Yes. It's I read this. I didn't read the details on it, but I know that crows are attacking solar farms in Japan, right? And the hawks are warding them off. I don't know why the hawks are crows are attacking, but it's just fascinating.
Yeah. It's I'm more intrigued by the crow's behavior as to why they would do this. Crows are very intelligent animals, and there are some really hysterical comments underneath this tweet if you get a chance to read them, just about people and their crow stories.
Yes.
But yeah, seems to be an issue, and also relates back to his comment about birds aren't real from
yes
from the weekend. So all right, we have Mark Anderson with another boat or ship of Theseus reference, right? And this is no man ever steps in the same river twice, for it is not the same river and he is not the same man. So I did look back and see that on the Wait But Why tweet from Tim Urban about ship of Theseus, or about the atomic recreation of yourself, that the winner of the survey was yes, you are the same person. So
interesting. Okay,
but worth thinking about either way.
Yeah, the Mark Anderson, I don't know why he put that quote there. I was trying to think of whether he's in reference that the world after what's going on now would be different than the one before. I don't know. It's interesting. Or just,
I'm not sure either.
Just very introspective.
Just some deep thoughts. You know, people do that on Twitter from time to time.
Yeah.
But I definitely brought it back to the ship of Theseus.
Yes. It's probably he's read more on that. It's interesting.
Yeah.
Here's another Starlink one from Zach. He's that just saying, sending this tweet from Starlink. He must have just signed on and he's very excited about it. So Starlink is open for business if you're interested.
Yeah. Yeah. Some frustrated customers in there in the comments to that one about why can you get Starlink and you already have internet service and I'm out here in the sticks and have no option to get Starlink or anything else. So
soon enough.
Some frustration there.
Yeah.
This was the tweet about 15 Decisive Battles of the World, just the book that Elon was expressing his appreciation for and his likeness of.
Yes. And here's a Gail Alfar said, very sexy with, the 4 Tesla cars. She has a mug of that.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know where this is for sale, but it looks I'd want it now.
Yeah. Well, it's for sale on Tesla's website in their merch
Is it?
section.
Is it? Oh,
and
I should know that.
You can buy it with Dogecoin. More important. So
I better get some. Very cool.
But yeah, looking like a hot mug there.
Yes.
Just funny. But I also read that the story behind that was that she had to run outside to fart.
Oh, interesting.
And then she found the mug out there. It had been delivered very quickly. So
and then that edged on a nice cool shot. Very cool.
Yeah. So here we have Holmar's catalog just detailing the progress of Giga Austin and just saying that this is massive in scale. And just take a moment to think about how this one building will transform the streets of North America, replacing millions upon untold millions of polluting cars. And just a cool shot of the building there. I mean,
I've heard, don't know if it's true, but I heard that this is the largest building in the world.
What? Really? I guess just by its footprint. I mean, it's obviously
by its
not
square
tall,
footage.
but
by square footage.
Wow. I mean, it's an entire highway exit. Basically.
Yeah. I mean, and when you think about it, it's not a high rise, but it's probably 3 or 4 stories there.
Yeah.
And it's going very far.
It stretches pretty far.
Thing. Yeah.
But yeah, can't wait to see what it produces and all these new cars out on the road. It's a really good thing.
Yeah.
And made in America. So here we have World of Statistics. Did you get a chance to look at this one?
Yes. They have interesting just World Statistics just put up there quickly saying females 76 years, 75, males 70. Historically, females always live longer than males. So Elon liked it. Yeah. There's nothing unique about the post, but it brought on a lot of interesting posts and comments, funny ones that, of course, this is like a meme calling for a meme by him liking this.
Yes. I mean, it's like whenever Elon likes something or replies to something, it's like taking this giant spotlight and putting it on it. And all these people are just running to join in the conversation. So
yes.
In fact, I have heard that it's actually the worst thing for like an individual account. Probably for something like World of Statistics, it's really good because they probably get a bunch more followers or whatever.
Yes.
But for an individual, just think about how that would just wreck your Twitter account for a good like a few days or a week.
Yeah,
or
it would be rough.
I mean,
it would be rough.
All right. So next up, we have a tweet from MIT that he liked, saying that MIT offers free video lectures and online materials from more than 2,400 courses, including computer science, AI, and algorithms. And yeah, he loves that. And he's talked a lot about in the past about how he feels like university may not be the best way to gain knowledge. It's helpful to live on your own, gain some responsibility, and hang out with similarly aged people, which
and discover who you are in a sense.
Kids around that age like to do that. But in terms of actual information, we live in an era of being able to get our hands on anything we want at any time. It's just
yes. And I find that it was funny that when I read this morning that literally yesterday, last night, when I couldn't fall asleep from the time change, I turned on the TV just when Good Will Hunting was starting. I watched the whole stupid movie, but it was fantastic. And one of his lines in the movie is that, talks to this obnoxious Harvard guy, and he's like, you're just reciting stuff from a book, and you could just why pay all that money when you can just get your education with the library card? And a modern version of that would be, why pay for everything when you could just get MIT's free courses online?
Yeah. Or go on Twitter or watch YouTube, how-tos.
That's right.
You probably literally could learn AI and AI work just via YouTube videos.
That's correct.
Amazing.
Here we have just a cool shot. We love these shots of Falcon. One of the first stage landed on one of the drones. What is it? A little bit of gravitas, I think.
A shortfall of gravitas.
Shortfall of gravitas. But they have actually, you don't normally see the people on it, and you can see individuals there. So you can really get a sense of how tall and how big the first stage is.
Yeah.
It's very cool.
Yeah. And actually, what I read was that this thing here is called the octograbber, right? So when the booster lands, they have to secure it pretty quickly. And I guess this thing, I don't know if it like moves out there and then goes underneath it and hooks up to the booster just in case, there's rough waters or something.
Oh, for some reason I thought each foot was like locked down or something, but it's the whole, but there's not people normally there, right? This is just,
no, I mean, it's a autonomous drone ship.
Yes, the
right?
whole thing.
Yes.
Yeah,
it doesn't need any sort of barge or anything to move it out in the waters or get it back.
Yeah.
But a shortfall of gravitas, along with the other two names, which is Just Read the Instructions and was it Of Course I Still Love You, are apparently references to the Ian Banks Culture series novels, science fiction novels. So
okay, interesting.
Yeah, so here we have an article from Teslarati about FSD beta 10.11, which we referred to in our last video. It has a number of updates, mostly regarding its ability to turn and merge better and to identify vulnerable street users or vulnerable road users like pedestrians and bikes. So yeah, good stuff there. And we'll see more from their director of AI, Andrei Karpathy, a little bit further up in the likes. Yeah,
and here we have from James Locke, the charging. He just has his Tesla Model S has peak charging. He's showing that it's pretty much 20-30 minutes it would take to charge the whole thing according to this flow that he's showing there. So very cool that the supercharger is working, and he does, obviously still much longer than just filling up your tank with gas, but very fast overall. If you need a little break, and considering it goes a couple of 100 miles, you probably need one by that point.
Yep, just some people proud of their Tesla.
Yes,
it's cool. This was about the road trip that Zach took. Yeah, long range, ventilated seats, active air suspension, and great sound system. And the active noise canceling made it an awesome ride. Just a pretty sweet picture there on the shore.
Oh yeah, very nice.
Looking good. Yeah, here's that Andrei Karpathy tweet about the update.
Yes, a little too technical.
Yeah,
for us, but it sounds interesting.
Yeah.
All right, and then we have
really a couple tweets this was kind of the same.
Yeah, this is kind of cool how he he summoned the car from he's saying that it's not just a trick, not just a little entertainment gimmick. It actually is useful when you're trying to get your car out of a flooded area for having the Tesla summon. So nice shot. And Elon liked it. Kudos to him.
Yep.
1.5 million views of that video.
Yeah. So he liked it, and Sawyer kind of said the same thing here. Used Tesla Summon in a tight garage like 12 times over the past few days. So such an underrated feature. And then he also said it can auto park as well.
Oh, interesting.
So, pretty cool. We've got nerd humor here. A mug that I have not translated, but I'm guessing equates to something like I ate too much pie.
That printed it like I ate a pie or something. I forgot what it was, but it was definitely something with I ate a pie.
Okay.
Yes.
It's pretty funny. Little reference there. He loves his nerdy mugs.
Yes. Here we have SpaceX was founded 20 years ago. Woo! By Elon Musk. And it's interesting that he interviewed the first 160 employees and personally approved them. I didn't realize that. I know the same is true for Google. I think they even had a higher number where Sergey had to meet with each person. So it's the founders definitely have a vested interest in having the right people during as long as they can at the early stages.
Yeah.
And then they had cool pictures of course the past, now, and the future of SpaceX 20 for the 40th anniversary, I guess, on the bottom two.
Wow, dude, Starship flying around Jupiter. I didn't know that was the plans, but looks pretty cool.
Land on one of their moons.
Moon base here. Very cool.
Yep.
Next up, we have a reply from the mayor of Kyiv when Elon challenged Vladimir Putin to single combat and in order to win back Ukraine. And we have some strong arms here expressed from
him. And the mayor of Ukraine, he looks like he can beat Putin. He's a serious looking dude.
Yeah.
I
think we know what side Elon's on in that battle.
Yes.
Made that pretty clear.
Here we have a cool shot. I don't know is this from like The Martian or is this some weird recreation?
I don't know. I took it as just some animation that someone made, but it does look like The Martian.
Might be The Martian. I'm not sure.
Might have been. Yeah, I think it is actually at the beginning.
Yeah. But they're basically say Elon's quote which is very like the Shackleton request for people to come.
Yeah, it is.
But Elon said about a year ago, I think he said that the first groups of people that will go to Mars on SpaceX, saying it's not for the faint of heart. Good chance you'll die, and it's going to be tough going.
Yeah,
it better be pretty glorious if it works out. It better be pretty glorious. I can't read this, but yes. Anyway, as I ruin Elon's quotes, just wild how his call to action a year earlier was very similar to Shackleton's, but I don't think coincidentally. It's just it is coincidentally. It's not on purpose.
Yeah.
So similar spirit.
Yeah, I think you just see similarities in that, and I don't know. Again, it's Shackleton's ship is history. He's in the history, and bold personalities in history. Done big things. Okay, we got one of Elon's favorite news sources here, the Babylon Bee, with their article, "Young Communist Unsettled to Find Hammer, Sickle Represent Physical Labor." And we got a little teenager here. I got a chuckle out of this article. And one of the lines is, "The avowed radical communist is a bit unsettled after his discovery."
Yes, that he has.
And he says, "Not sure about this communist thing anymore. It sounds kind of hard."
Yes.
So just a funny little article there. I'm wondering if Elon's dealing with some of that, these youthful opinions formulating in his older sons.
Oh, could be. You never know.
Yeah.
It's about college age almost, I'd say, right?
Yeah. So here we're going back to the graphic here comparing Putin's size to Elon's size, putting them side by side here.
Yes.
And that the debate now online is who would win this battle? What about who would perform better in the ring, Elon or Vladimir Putin?
This is
and we got real technical questions here. What about reach and weight? And Jurish says, this should explain it all to you. And this is Obama, almost a foot taller than Putin, it looks like.
Yeah.
And who can close the reach on Elon? And we have the two of them standing together.
Same height. They're both tall guys, I guess. So
yeah.
No, Elon is tall. So it shows that they were actually spent time together, unlike some other presidents.
Mm-hmm.
So interesting.
Yeah, he's expressed his support for that administration in the past.
So you go through these. I missed these last couple.
Yeah, okay. This is just Stinger NSW giving another shout out to SpaceX's 20th anniversary, and says, thanks to all the past and present employees that made SpaceX what it is today. To Elon Musk, you're the man.
Oh yeah.
Picture of SpaceX's headquarters there in Southern California.
Cool.
Wow, actually, that looks like a launch sort of.
Yeah, booster, first stage booster there.
Cool.
Interesting.
Very good. Well, that'll wrap it up for us on what Elon said for today, March 14th. This was a rather long episode. Elon was very active over the weekend, but I think we did everything we could to bring some commentary and insight to his tweets from over the weekend. So we'll wrap it up there and catch everyone on the next episode.